Hey everybody, welcome to the upgrade version 5.3 the chapel just made for you. We are looking at a situation where we are experiencing broken dreams and shattered hopes, and I know many of us are thinking, what are we going to do for graduation? You know what it feels like when you were waiting for something to happen and your expectations were high, right? But then your dreams are shattered and your hopes broken. You know what that feels like. It's a big deal. It's hard. And what do you do? How do you deal with that? Some of us are dealing with family issues, just broken expectations or hopes. And it's hurtful and it's painful and it's difficult to deal with. Or grades or college issues, financial, a bunch of things. So you know what living through broken dreams feels like, and it's not pretty, it's not fun, it's not cool, it's not chilling. And so I'm thinking of the biggest shattered dreams and broken hopes. Can you imagine what it was like to follow a guy for 3 years, and at the end of those 3 years everything just falls apart? You thought this guy was it. You thought this guy was God in person. In fact, you saw him walk on water. You saw him do all these things with food and resurrect people even. You just cannot believe. You know this guy will do it. You know he is God in the flesh. You have no doubt about it. And all of a sudden, poof, everything vanishes as it's broken. Talk about a broken dream and a shattered hope. What must have felt like for the disciples? It's 10 times worse than it might feel for us, even looking at graduation or not being able to do it the way we wanted to. So I want you to think about this. All the dreams that we have are kings in our lives, are like the kings in our life that we are serving. And it's good to have dreams, but they have our attention, they have our hope, they have our expectation, and they all break our expectation one way or another. And sometimes it takes those dreams and kings to vanish away, to break our heart, for us to realize that there is no other king like Jesus, for us to realize how good of a king Jesus really is. In fact, he is the only one worthy of our attention. Check it out.
No other king could vanquish the warhorse or silence the warrior's rage while riding the lowly back of a donkey. No other king could break the dominion of darkness, the tyranny of evil, with a reign of grace and a kingdom of peace. No other king could give his life for the redemption of rebels, his wealth to welcome the outcast. Jesus is that king, the King of glory, Son of the living God. Not just another king, not just another prophet, not just another teacher. He was the one the world had been waiting for, the one to deliver us from captivity, the Son of David and Abraham's chosen seed. He is the goal of the Mosaic law, Yahweh in the flesh. He is the one to establish God's reign and rule, to heal the sick, give sight to the blind, freedom to the prisoners, and proclaim good news to the poor. This Jesus was the Creator come to earth and the beginning of a new creation. He embodied the covenant, fulfilled the commandments, and reversed the curse. This Jesus is the Christ that God spoke of to the serpent, the one prefigured to Noah in the flood, the one promised to Abraham, the one guaranteed to Moses before he died, the one promised to David during his reign, the one revealed to Isaiah as a suffering servant, the one predicted through the prophets and prepared for through John the Baptist. He is the Father's Son, Savior of the world, and substitute for our sins. More loving, more holy, and more wonderfully terrifying than we ever thought possible. He is our Jesus, and there is no other king like him. He is our God, our glory, our victorious Savior. There is no other king like him. There is no other king.
So yeah, there is no other king. And I want you to understand that God doesn't want us to suffer. He doesn't like you being in pain, but He can use the suffering and the pain that we go through, whether it be because of the virus or because of some other family issue or some other thing that is happening in your life. If you let Him, He can use that to show you that there is no other king like Him, that He is the desires that you have always wanted. He is the best dream you could ever have. He is that plus more. So call on Him. Throw yourself in His arms, for this dream will not be shattered again. Only one time He had to die. Only one time He had to suffer for your sin and for my sin and for my pain and for your pain. Only one time He had to bleed and He had to hang on a cross. Only one time. Because after 3 days, and you could say one for each member of the Trinity, after each day, after 3 days, He shattered the shattered dreams and put them back together again better than anyone had ever imagined. Even the universe had never imagined that God's love could be so deep and so strong and so amazing that even death, something that nobody in the universe understood, not even us understand, but even death could be shattered and broken by the one who holds your dreams in His hands. He is your King and your Savior. Claim Him. For after 3 days He came out, and death was defeated. Even death, the ultimate broken dream, is to experience the loss of somebody. But even that broken dream, Jesus was able to shatter the shattered hope and to break the broken dream. May you understand that Jesus is the best King and the best dream you have ever had. And may you allow Him and His power and His love and His dream to be lived out in your life, even in the middle of a crisis. In fact, it is in the crisis when all of the kings are taken away that sometimes you can clearly see there's no one like Him. I'll see you next time.
Where sin leaves a canyon, your love builds a bridge.